everyone, it's Olivia here again, and with the video that I have been meaning to make for like 3 months, and I haven't gotten to it until today. But today, I am going to be talking about how I got my Harry Potter wand at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So this is it. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but it is, I believe the core is unicorn hair. It is made of vine wood. It's about 11 inches long, I think. Swishy, according to Ollivander. And okay, so let me tell you the whole story. I showed this baby off somewhat during my whole vlog, and if you want to check out that, the link will be in the description. Here's a closer look at it. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love this. So, anyway, so basically, we were at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter during our spring break for like 2 days. Yeah, we were at the park for like 2 days. So basically, all I basically wanted to do was go to the Harry Potter world, because that is the main selling point of the park at this point. Which the rest of it was really well made, and everything. But Harry Potter world was where it's at, man. I'm just saying. Our first day there, I was all like, yeah, I'm going to like Diagon Alley, like I wanted all this stuff. And one of these things was to definitely get a wand. So anyway, I was basically our central navigator because we had never been to Universal Studios before, so yeah, it was kind of weird. So I had the app. I was locating us. I was trying to look at it and hold, like, with my phone, and trying to hold my camera in my pocket at the same time. So eventually, we finally found Ollivander's. Yeah, the line wasn't out of control. It was just, it was a little bit of a long line though. But anyway, so me and my parents got into the line, and what they do is they let people of like maybe 6, 8 people each like go in a little group thing. So we go in, and basically they're all like, oh, no flash photography or whatever. This will be a little bit of importance later. Anyway, so we go in. It was very refreshing. It was very because it was hot outside, and it was really hot being in Orlando. So anyway, so we go in and we see Ollivander, and this guy though, really good at his job, I'm just saying. So anyway, so he is all like, he needed to pick someone. And let me remind you, the people in the group were like, okay, there was me, there was like maybe 8 people or something. There was me, my parents, a few old people, like, I don't know, and then like a few kids, maybe a little bit, maybe around 5 or so, like 5 or younger. So anyway, Ollivander comes up to me and he's all like, what is your name? And I'm like, Olivia. Like, I was like really like, hi. I'm a shy person, so when this happened I was like, yeah, that about says it all. And you can go around YouTube and you can see like these various other like wand experiences, but I don't think it's the same for everyone. Because anyway, so he's like, come with me, and I'm like, okay. So we go up to like his desk, and he had like, there were like wand boxes like all up in the walls, there was like some behind him. And so, he was asking like my age and everything, how that and all that. And if I remember correctly, it's been like 3 months, and I still remember it very vividly. Just some of the stuff that he said I cannot recall fully, but I think might be the same for almost everybody. So anyway, he was asking my age and everything, and my name. And so he pulled out this wand. It wasn't this one, I'll get that later. So he pulled out the first wand. He was describing it, I can't remember what it was, and he said to me, now go, point your wand up to that right wall and get one of those wand boxes. And yeah, I caused a shelf to fall over. I was like, oh, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's like, oh, it's okay, this happens all the time. He fixed it and everything, you know. And then the second one, I remember to the left wall, and he was all like, oh, you see those flowers over there? And I was like, yeah. Well, could you water them for me? Now point your wand and say aquamente. And I did, and they died. And he, you know, fixed them and everything. And then, he got a wand. He was like, oh, I think I know the wand for you. I can't do the voice, but he was like, oh, I think I know the wand for you. And so he goes back to his shelf behind him, and he pulls this box down, and he was all like, this one, please. And I held it up, and there was like, and it was this one, hey. So I held it up, and it was all like, okay. And all of a sudden, there was like this light coming from the heavens, and it was like golden light, and there was like wind just right up in my face. It was really refreshing, so I was grateful for that. And everyone was like, ooh, and I was like, ah, and they were like so excited. They were so happy. They were like, what the heck is happening? It was like, yeah, it was like in the movie, and he was all like, it's like, oh, this is the one, that's right, you know. And he was describing to me the wand and everything, and he said something along the lines of like, wands like this one are, I almost dropped it. Wands like this one are like very like rare and everything, you know, or whatever he said. He was describing the wand. I might have to look at some videos and see if it's the same for everybody, or if, I don't know, I can't remember. And anyway, so he was all like, so, you know, he was describing the wand and everything and congratulating it to me and everything. He was congratulating me and everything. It's like, the wand chooses the wizard. The wizard does not choose the wand, as you know. And I'm like, yep, I know, boy, I know all about this. So he was then all like, well, you can go over to that room there, and yes, and everyone else, go and get your wands, and whatever he said. And so, like, my parents came up and was like, yeah, you did it, girl. And I'm like, I don't know what I did, but I did it, hooray. Oh boy. And so, yeah. So and there was like a little shop assistant, like, next to this door, you know, and she was all like, oh, follow me. And this room was packed. I am not kidding when I said I literally could not get through the door. I can get through most doors, but that was, wow. So anyway, and yeah, so here's the kicker. Well, one of the kickers, but so I had this whole wand choosing me experience thing, and yeah. Guess what happened? We had to pay for it. Like everyone else was most likely getting a wand, of course, which is why they were there. But we had to pay $61, or no, maybe it was like in the 51 range or something. I don't know, 50, 60. Anyway, so you'd think that they would give it to us for like free and everything, you know, considering that I was chosen, it's only fair. Yeah, that didn't happen. But it's worth it and everything, of course, because I now have my own wand. But yeah, I'm just saying that's a little bit of yeah, like, boy, really? I mean, you guys make a lot of money off of this thing. I'm just saying, like, I don't know personally from a business standpoint, but whatever. Also, when we went right afterwards, when we went to the Leaky Cauldron, you know, we were waiting in line, and this guy, I guess who worked there, he was a very nice guy. Sort of sounded like a cast member from the Book of Mormon, but, you know, whatever. And, you know, he was all like, ooh, I see you've got your wand straight from Ollivanders, I gather. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, nice. I can't remember all what he said. He was a really nice guy, and he was like telling me about like all about like my wand and everything. I tried to film some of it, but I think I deleted the footage by accident. I'm an idiot as always. And you know, he was all like, oh, well these wands, unicorn hair, or vine wood is basically tailored to very intelligent individuals. And I was like, yeah, that's me. But anyway, basically what he said was, he was all like, oh, well, owners of this type of wand, or rather with like vine wood or one of the qualities of the wand is like, their greatest weakness and yet strength is indecisiveness. And I'm like, that makes very much sense. That makes a lot of sense because I'm very indecisive on a lot of things. So it makes a whole lot of sense. So anyway, so he was a very nice guy and everything. And so we ate, continued the rest of our trip. And, here's the real kicker. Here's the real kicker right here. So you know how I could barely remember what Ollivander, well, I wouldn't say barely, but I was having a lot of the details in my mind are fuzzy about the whole Ollivander dialogue thing. Yeah, you'd figure for such a momentous occasion as this, as me getting my wand, that my parents would be filming it. But no, apparently not. Yeah, flash photography. I wanted, my parents did not know that they could film this sort of thing. And I was a bit confused as well, but that was okay. Actually, no, it wasn't okay. I was a little bit mad about this. I was like, what? No. Overall, it was a really great experience. There were a few drawbacks, like paying $50, $60, even though it was totally worth it in the end, I'm just saying. Yeah, and then there's the whole not being able to film it thing, which my parents didn't know. And my mom's like, then you said no flash photography. I'm like, Mom, it's photography. Filmography is a different thing altogether. And if you don't have the flash on, it's perfectly fine. Like, the flash hurts people. It literally hurts me. I hate it so much. But anyway, it was a really great experience. I love my wand so much. And after I got it, at the end of the day, I was looking up, if anyone else had this exact type of wand, vine wood, unicorn hair core, slightly springy, etc. And no, I looked all over the internet. I looked at Reddit. I looked at various pages of other people's experience. So as far as I know, this is a one-of-a-kind wand. No one else has this exact wand in the history of existence, except for me. So I feel really good about that. It makes me feel special. I'm a special snowflake. I love it so much. So anyway, I'll see you guys. Wait a minute, before I end this video, I want to show you guys something. Okay guys, I turned off all the lights in my office, and I'm gonna show you guys something really cool, okay? Lumos. This is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna extinguish it now because the light is really getting into my eyeballs and that's not good. Nox. Can't believe that worked. Okay guys, see you in my next video. Bye!